please stop setting goals this year. Do not go into 2019 setting a goal. A goal is a temporary target. And even if you achieve your goal, you didn't change your habits. And if you haven't changed your habits, here's what's going to happen. You'll achieve your goal, but afterwards you're going to go back to the same routines and habits you had, which got you to where you were prior to the goal. Which means you're going to go back. You'll backtrack because you have no internal systems. And systems are critical to achieving goals. So you need to marry your goal with a system. And I say for right now, forget about goals. I call goals fairy tales. Those are people that believe in Santa Claus and a tooth fairy. And you think it's going to all work out because if you kiss enough frogs, you'll get some princes. No, never. I don't care how many frogs you kiss, you're never going to end up with a prince. You must set some systems. Here's what I mean. When I first started in sales 30 years ago, I thought I could just outwork it. So I kept like most salespeople. I set these new goals. I wanted to double my billing. I wanted to triple. I wanted higher commissions. And guess what? I started doing it. But here's how I was doing it. I worked harder and longer. I kept trading more of my time for money. Now, that's a losing situation because we only have 24 hours a day, but I did get to a point where there was a full year of my life. I worked 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was sleeping 3 to 4 hours. I was able to pull that off for a year. But then I crashed and burned because I didn't create any internal systems. I did hit a lot of goals, temporary targets, but the problem was it wasn't sustainable because nobody can work 24 hours a day. And even if you could, why would you? We need time down. Why would you want to have to work that hard forever to achieve those things? So you've got to create some system. I started to learn and create systems. I started selling differently. And it got to the point on these systems, which included things like, instead of going after things that were 3-month sales, I started talking annuals and annuals only, which helped my sales. It created more of a long-term processes for me. Then I also started hiring different people to help me do the things that I didn't like doing. And at first it was just an hour a week because that's all I could afford. But I've grown from that to having full-time people to be able to do things that I don't like to do so that I'm more efficient. So in the time before where I was working 12, 15, 18 hours a day, at my best, I got it down to 3 to 4 hours a day, but my billing had jumped by 10, 15, even 20 times what I was doing in the 12, 15, 18 hours a day because I set up systems. And those systems will work even if you are not. And that's the key to a system. So stop saying I want to lose 20 pounds and setting a goal for 20 pounds because after you hit that goal, which is not that hard to do, just stop eating for a week and you'll lose 10 plus pounds. But then you're going to go back, you're going to gain it back. Instead, create a system of what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat each day, how much sleep you're going to get, where and when you're going to work out, for how long you're going to work out, who your accountability coach is going to be. Write all that stuff down each day and forget about the 20 pounds. It's going to happen. Just like hitting those financial goals, they started happening. I didn't even have to set them anymore. They just started happening because we created systems to run our life. Remember this, goals are fairy tales. And if they don't have systems behind them, it's a temporary target and you're going to fail even if you achieve it. My name is Ed Carcarey and I hope you have an awesome 2019. Find your passion, you'll find your life.